This war is far from over.
This episode is brought to you by The Queen Who Ever Was. That's the name of the title, The Queen Who Ever Was. Written by a monkey. Queen Dawn? Or Stepstones? Monkeys?
We sell where we please.
This dude sounds like me. I have a terrible cold right now. And, so yeah, if I sound like shit, I'll start randomly coughing, that's why. But this dude sounds like me. Fuck. This is not planned. That's real. That's fucking real.
Blockade or no?
Blockade or no, you will not have the Stepstones. I sound like this because I have smoked too many cigarettes and or have COVID.
You will drive up the price of basic goods.
It is better than starving.
Also, fucking extortion? Dude, what do you think the Iron Throne's gonna do with the Stepstones? Impose taxes of anything going through. And, like, starvation? What starvation? You have the Reach, you have Lannister Gold, you have the entire of Westeros, for fuck's sake. You know, it's not like the city's under siege or anything, that you have food.
You can topple the Prince Regent and sit the Iron Throne yourself.
Because we have nets. We have nets that you can shoot at the dragons, and everything will be fine. Excuse me while I go cough up my lung.
Although that is amusing. Telling a Lannister he can seat himself on the Iron Throne, and later on, with Robert and Joffrey, the Lannisters basically sit themselves on the Iron Throne. So, yeah. The pirate had a point. The pirate was onto something, lads. He just didn't know exactly when, but eventually.
Of course, there is one more condition. His name is Lohar. The sailors are fiercely loyal to him. If he does not lead them, they will not fight.
It's a chick?
Well met, Lord Tywin.
But they called him he.
Thailand.
Is they a man? I'm sorry, are they them a man? Or like, what? Because they refer to them as he. That's clearly a butch-looking girl. Just like it's a chick with a dick. It's one of those chick with dick situations, ladies and gentlemen. You can't be too careful these days. Can I put that in the video? I'll probably be attacked and harassed and threatened by the virtuous and good people, right? No, fuck it. I don't care.
Fucking mad.
I can't put that in the video, Aegon. You can't say that C word. That's not a word that YouTube lets me put in videos. It will demonetize the entire thing, Aegon.
My cock is destroyed, did they tell you that? Yeah. It burst into flames like a sausage on a spit.
There are better days ahead.
My cock exploded into the fire. Don't worry, Grace. There are better days ahead. What? Did you not hear the part about my cock exploding in the fire? Why is she acting like she hasn't fucking had a drink in about 1 billion years? Why is she wandering by herself through the mountains of the Vale, and how is she not dead yet? They're filled with, like, mountain clansmen and bandits and stuff. It's a particularly dangerous place. Like, many times lords and ladies have been, like, killed or taken captive, whisked into the mountains, and she's just wandering around, brazen as you please. Apparently hasn't had a drink in, like, a week. She's like, oh my god, I didn't know that this river was here. But I could hear it for ages, and it clearly flows through the entire fucking thing. It's a gathering of the bastards. Now you're here too, Jace. Same thing.
Your feet from the table. If you hinder our efforts through sloth...
Sloth, look. Sloth. It's buffering.
We'll see you hanged and your body fed to the dogs in the street.
Goddamn Netflix, it's buffering.
If you hinder...
Let no vessel come or go from our harbour without our inspection.
Is that not already something that you should be doing in a fucking hour of war? Are vessels allowed to come and go from King's Landing? Is there not a giant blockade in the thing? Should you be letting, during a time of war, you be letting random ships just come and go without checking them? What? Even during peacetime, you'd have harbour masters checking every ship. So how the hell do you just let fucking ships just leave?
The people depend on them for sustenance.
They will need no sustenance if they are slaughtered by the enemy.
Or if, you know, got food from the Reach.
It isn't a question. They have defiled our birthright, made commoners into dragon lords. It is a sin and must be punished.
May I remind you, your sister is still the queen.
As you were once. And you see now what is the consequence of your weakness. We are in peril today more than yesterday.
What the fuck did you think was going to happen? The fucking naive sentiment of like, oh, we could do all of this without burning people. No. You started this, Alicent, you stupid girl. Sorry, lads, we've skipped from HBO to the French Olympics with the women's wrestling competition. It seems to be going well for the trans athlete. That's gonna piss off so many people. I'm keeping it in the video, fuck you. Go ahead, leave a comment in the video crying about it. It just feeds the algorithm and makes me smile. Why is she even here? She just wandered off away from her guard and just wanders through the mountains of the Vale. And Sheepsteader's just gonna show up at some point and fucking just be like, hey, we're friends now.
Well done, Lord Tyrant!
Tyrant.
I want you to fuck my wives.
What?
What? How many words do you have?
Adam, come with me.
Jace is like, but I'm a bastard with a dragon too. I can help. Mom, Mom, why are you taking the new bastard? I've been here before him. Mom, no, love me. Why? Brendan Brothers with the birthmark. That is a poorly CGI'd crow. Wolves. Fucking, what, Daemon Targaryen is a fucking White Walker?
You know what you must do.
Stay at Harrenhal like I have for the entire of Season 2. I understand, old gods. I will remain here doing nothing.
Crackers are like, bitch, I was sleeping. What is it with Targaryens and landing their dragons miles away from where they're going to land so that they can dramatically walk towards people? Land it closer, bitch! So that they can have wide shots like this at all times. If their dragons landed closer, they couldn't have these wide shots. I'm not complaining, it looks cool, but like, damn.
Until death, or the end of our story.
Rather than say the end of our story, it should have been phrased as the end of our song. As the books are called The Song of Ice and Fire, Daemon should have said at the end of our song, rather than the end of it. Would have been more poetic.
Every one of us who falls, 100 of them, there will be no mercy!
I like how there's still Blackwoods in the crowd, like, yeah, you killed our lord, that's fine. That's fine.
Now you wish to suddenly to scatter the crumbs of your favor. If I survive this war, I'll continue as I began. Alone.
That was probably the best speech of the entire fucking show. Give that man an Emmy. Just scold the fucking sea snake. And we're back to the bitch in the Vale. Wandering the countryside, somehow still not dead. The notorious Vale of Arryn, ladies and gentlemen, filled with mountain clansmen, first men savages, and shadow cats. Apparently survivable by one random chick. Although I guess the clansmen might avoid the area because of the dragon, but... I'm choking on the ball.
And in striking, I doom thousands to their death.
I thought of that and just surrendered in the first place. Put aside your pride. Your first and last act as queen could have been to put the safety and prosperity and people of the realm ahead of your own desires, and just surrendered. Accepted Alicent's offer to keep Dragonstone and have peace. You want to protect the realm from the Song of Ice and Fire? Should have surrendered. Now everyone's gonna die. Well done, Rhaenyra. Not because you wanted to save the realm, but because you wanted to be queen. It's not necessary. It's not even like, it's not bad writing. I'm not saying it's like bad writing or anything, because people are this fucking delusional. She is just delusional.
I do not believe my father would have wished this.
No.
He left you with no choice.
Fuck off. He left her with so many choices. She could have just surrendered. Rhaenyra, this is your chance to show some humility and accept the fact and say to her, no, I had a choice. I could have stopped it. I could have stopped it all. Admit. This is your the chance to redeem the character, as she acknowledges that she could have ended all of this.
You know you are just. You must not let the realm fall to those who care for power more than peace.
For the love of God, this is the perfect opportunity for her to show some humility. This is the perfect opportunity. If they do not seize this, I will kill somebody. Go on.
You must prevail.
No. Show some humility.
And who pays the price?
None of that holier than thou high horse bullshit about you being the nice person and everybody else being terrible and oh, you hate what you have to do. No, accept the fact you could have stopped it. Accept it. You could have stopped. Stop listening to your girlfriend. You could have stopped it. It's not gonna happen. Nope, not gonna happen. Things have not gone according to plan, Rhaenyra. Things have gone bad. So now I'm on your side. Oh god, I was wrong, Rhaenyra. I was wrong because consequences. This is like when a politician gets caught shagging, like, 12 people in an orgy or something, and, like, oh, he's got a wife and kids, and he's like, I'm sorry. I am sorry. He's not sorry. He's sorry he got caught. This is Alicent's I am sorry I got caught speech.
Why have you come here?
Because I lost my way. Or rather, it was taken from me.
Notice how everything she says is like, it's not her fault, it's always somebody else's fault. She's no better than Rhaenyra, really. They're both typical women. That was a joke, don't cancel me.
Want him to bend the knee.
No, still. You defend him.
What has Aegon done exactly? Be crowned by other people? He never wanted the crown. You literally were forced it on him. Aegon's done nothing.
Still, you imagine you can have all you want without paying too high a price.
Pot, kettle black, Raven Crow, fucking Rhaenyra, imagining constantly that she can have whatever she wants without facing the consequences? Shagging everyone that moves, putting bastards in the fucking line of succession? Jesus fucking Christ. The irony. Alicent, call the bitch out. Call the bitch out.
The price I have no choice
What I
but
want
to pay.
is to set things right.
No, she's not going to call the bitch out. Okay.
I must take Aegon's head.
No, also, you could send him to the fucking Night's Watch. that exists, you fucking idiot. Again, like, they are so shit. Also, how long have they been talking? Like, I feel like fucking 20 minutes of this episode has just been these two fucking whining.
A son for a son.
A son for... You already killed one of the fucking kids. Alicent, this is the time you start being a decent mother for like 5 seconds. This just in, as the news reports from Dragonstone. 2 selfish, arrogant bitches cry in Dragonstone's fucking war chambers. Both equally fucking stupid. And this is why women shouldn't rule Westeros.
And to walk where I please and to breathe the open air.
You mean like Aegon wanted to? You mean like Aegon wanted to? Like your son wanted to? To be free, to breathe the open air, to do what he wanted, to be free. He never wanted the crown. You are now sacrificing your fucking eldest son, your firstborn kid, for freedom that he wanted that you stole from him. Jesus Christ. Ah, fuck me. Don't.
Let me go! I have no wish to rule, no taste for duty. I'm not suited.
Let me go. I will find a ship and sail away, never to be found.
The irony. She is like the worst mother. Sheepsteader's like, bitch, you ain't Nettles! Who the fuck are you, bitch? I was promised Nettles! This is some other Targaryen bitch here. What's going on here? If this is the Hightower army marching through the Reach, then that has to be Dessarian. No, it is Dessarian with the blue. And this is just Cregan Stark's old men that he sent to war. Any Dustin banners? There should be Dustins among them. Music reminds me of fucking Dune. Like, it's because we do have an Atreides. Jace is Jace Atreides, so it makes sense. So yeah, like season 2 was supposed to be like the war is happening, but instead season 2 was just a bunch of the war is coming. But like, what? Because season 1 was the prelude stuff that was supposed to lead up to the war, and then Lucaris dies to Vhagar at Storm's End. And then the War of Ravens stops, and then the actual war begins. But instead, Season 2 just kind of spent the first half of Season 2 whining about peace, and then the second half having, like, one battle, and then talking about all the other battles that happened off-screen that are like, yeah, they were totally cool, you guys. They were totally cool. Lots of stuff happened. We can't show you any of it, but trust us. It happened. So, Season 3, it might actually have the war. Maybe. It's just like a lot of build-up. And Season 1 was build-up. I mean, Season 1 was, like, decently written. That was fine. That was the correct amount of build-up. But then it seems that Season 2 is just more build-up, with, like, one episode of decent battle with Rooksrest. But otherwise, it's just a lot of, the war is coming. The war is coming. We can't avoid it. The war is coming. I feel so bad about it. Like, I can't do anything about it, but you can. You're just not choosing not to. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the final of Season 2, which means I now have a new video schedule slot open. Woo. But yeah, I mean, Season 2 wasn't terrible, it was just pretty frickin' meh at several stages. And I feel like, and I've expressed this before, I feel like I could take the entire season and just cram it into like 2 or 3 episodes, and you'd miss nothing of value. There was so much just dragging this out the entire time. Like, Season 1 was the build-up. It was the War of Ravens. The War of Ravens finishes and ends with Lucaris' death, and then the actual war kicks off. But instead we had half of a season where people were just crying about war and how we wanted to prevent the war. But the war was never going to be prevented. We literally started the season by murdering children in the crib. Like, no, war was always inevitable. But we spent like 4 episodes frickin' crying about how we have to avoid the war, but nobody is willing to surrender or put the realm first. Everyone wants to be in charge. I'm still annoyed at the removal of Nettles. I find that the whole storyline with Sheepstealer now is basically just meaningless. Nettles could have been a really interesting character. I love the whole the fan theory of it, that Nettles is actually Daemon's bastard daughter, and that's why he kept her around. And then Rhaenyra got jealous of her being so close to them, and then after some stuff that happens that you'll see in Season 3, Nettles flees Daemon's side and is actually one of the few characters that will survive this nonsense. To say nothing of how they have absolutely butchered the Riverlands storyline. The fact that Daemon Targaryen spent the entire fucking season just in Harrenhal doing nothing is ridiculous. There was so much material there that you could have used to make, like, it would have made so many episodes way more interesting and made the season feel like less of a slog if you'd included so much of the Riverlands storyline, which is literally sitting right fucking there, that you could have easily adapted, but decided not to. I love the Old Gods, like, cursed Harrenhal vibe stuff, but I don't need an entire season of it. 1 episode or 2 could have established the fact that the Curse of Harrenhal exists. 1 episode could have established all of that. Instead, we get an entire season of it, and we don't see any of the conflict in the Riverlands. Really any of it at all. Which honestly doesn't fill me with hope for the side characters, and one of the things I'd really wanted to see, I want to see Willem Dustin, I wanted to see Bloody Ben Blackwood, all of the minor houses that take part in it. I don't have high hopes for the Reach either. Unless Season 3 gets a lot more time and effort spent on it, and maybe COVID affected Season 2, I don't know. It feels like it was dragged out for some reason, unnecessarily. Just lots of filler content, and I don't know. I don't know what happened, but it's definitely like worse than Season 1. It's not a height. It's not gone up. It's gone down, and maybe Season 3 will go back up again, and they can pull this back. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We've been all burnt by HBO before, and I am a cynical asshole. I don't know, I could ramble forever, and I think I will do a Season 2 review video where I cover all of this more in depth. But yeah, I don't think it's bad. I think it's just very, very drawn out and dragged out and unnecessarily filler content, with like the rare exception of 1 or 2 episodes that were actually really good. The dragons probably being the saving grace of literally any scene. The dragons are done very well. The dragons are very, very cool. But I feel like the war that we've been all waiting for is basically happening in Season 3. Season 2 is just more build-up to the war. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see. I thank you all for watching. That is all for now. I have a billion things to do, and now a new upload slot. We're late, by the way. We're uploading on Tuesday, because I have had a terrible, terrible, terrible flu, and I've just been coughing my lungs up constantly and could barely speak for a couple of days. I did lose my voice at one point. I woke up and it was just noises. So yeah, that's the thing. Alright, thank you for watching. That is all for now. I will see you guys in the next videos. Sol out.
This war is far from over.